Good afternoon, people. Welcome to PMDB. And today I'm out in the garden talking with Amber and Erin about mental health in the media. So, first of all, guys, I guess, in general, do you think yes or no to, like, how do you think it goes? Mental health in the media.
Oh my
No?
God. How does it go? I'm a big
No.
Big no. Big old no.
It's getting better.
Right.
But still not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
Okay, so interesting start, because obviously we're going to get into a lot of negatives, I'm pretty sure. Let's think of one time when we think it was used positively. Do you think can you think of any?
Yeah, I think there are examples where it has been portrayed accurately. I think I always use Silver Linings Playbook as an example.
Nice.
I think, especially Bradley Cooper's character is a really kind of honest, and it's male mental health as well, which is even more kind of, hidden in media.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a good, accurate portrayal. I think he did it really well. But yeah, that's kind of the main one I speak about.
That's the main one you speak about?
Yeah. There's not many others I can think of off the top of my head.
Erin, you got any?
Oh no, this is hard because now all the films that are coming to my head are like Split.
Oh, God,
Johnny Darko.
Johnny Darko, I think, is actually an alright one.
Yeah.
That's interesting though, because that goes kind of sci-fi.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Immediately, one that comes to my head that's not totally mental health but it is a bit, is Still Alice, which is about a woman with dementia. That's really good, because I know obviously dementia, I don't think it comes under the mental health kind of umbrella. Some people think it does for some reason. But you can just kind of see the way she deteriorates through the film and how that affects her mental health.
It captures loneliness quite well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is a type we all have mental health, so it's part of mental health for sure. Yeah. But yeah.
It seems really interesting though, the things like a film about dementia seems to accurately portray that well, whereas mental health seems to be something that is it hard to do in film? Do you know what I mean? Because everyone seems to get it wrong in some way. So it's kind of, I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the interest is sometimes filmmakers literally aren't planning to portray it. And I mean, so I have an interesting opinion on that. So like you brought up Split, for example, and like the way how it portrays it is nothing like DID at all.
Yeah.
That's an interesting idea. Like, what if someone with I've thought before about an idea of making a whole kind of superhero comic book series where each character is maybe like a manifestation of a mental health condition in some way. But I think the problem is because it's not being accurately portrayed on film, you almost need to do that step first before you then go, what if it was this and that? It's like, well, actually find a way to make accurate portrayal of DID, and then you can go into like adding things to it.
If we start with you, Erin, because you said you had lots coming in. Right. What do you think is a very bad example of mental health's portrayal?
Ooh, there's so many kind of TV shows and films where it's just not good. It's just not great. Like, even if I'm watching something like Casualty or Holby City, I love watching them. I do love it. I can't help. I love them. And I know they probably try and, talk to people. You watch things like EastEnders and they say, we worked with so-and-so to try and get the story right. I think sometimes when I'm watching kind of a medical drama, they always still have to make it dramatic.
Yeah.
So, say someone with schizophrenia, it's always got to go quite wrong. It's always got to be extreme.
It seems as if it kind of helps push this split between like sanity and insanity, whereas it's not the case. Like you said, everyone has mental health, and that can fluctuate. And it's not just, oh, this person is insane, and everyone else is cool. It's like, no, everyone's got to upkeep and be healthy, otherwise you could get poorly, like you would with anything else in your body. The one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I just hate the idea of kind of perpetuating, that it's almost cool to have mental illnesses essentially, and that whole idea of, potentially if things do get bad, you can, unfortunately commit suicide, and then you can leave notes and you can wrong the people that wronged you, and that's not a mentality you can get into with mental health at all. And Skins is another one as well that I speak about a lot.
I was just thinking of that, actually. I was just thinking of that.
I loved Skins when it came out.
Yeah, no,
I haven't rewatched it in ages, but I did like it as well.
Yeah, I watched, and then like it came onto Netflix, didn't it? And I kind of started watching it again. Also living in Bristol, I was kind of like, I want to see what it all is. But I know for a fact that kind of girls my age when that came out, so I was kind of about between like 12 and 15, and so many people who kind of started almost trying to kind of reduce their weight in these kind of unhealthy ways because they'd seen a kind of the manic pixie dream girl thing.
Yeah.
And again, it's like perpetuating that thing that it is cool to have a mental illness.
There's lots of stuff which I've watched which really doesn't portray it. So you brought up Donnie Darko, and I wanted to talk about that in a bit, because like the interesting thing is that I wouldn't see that as a mental health portrayal, like at all, or anything like that. But the interesting argument is like, it doesn't matter sometimes, occasionally, because like there's occasional stuff. Shutter Island, for example, is very weird with its portrayal on mental health, but it doesn't at any point say it is, and that's my main problem with, say, 13 Reasons Why, is because it portrays itself, hey, look, we're bringing this into the conversation. It's like, but you're not.
I actually think sometimes the best portrayals of mental health are things that aren't trying to portray mental health. A lot of films, I'm gonna sit and try and think of some examples, but there have been films where, it's not a specific plot point, but I've actually found the most kind of comfort or kind of relation to a character or a story arc.
People, when they try and portray certain things, sometimes, like, I feel like they need to have like a reason for it, and sometimes people just want to be edgy. I don't know if you guys,
Yeah.
That's what we need to say.
I mean, unless you've been through it, it's just, it's not worth that risk of making something about it. If you haven't had depression, it's not like you see on TV. There's no romanticizing it or making it look cool. It's probably one of the worst things someone could go through at times. So it can be a little offensive.
I don't have a problem with someone genuinely trying to raise awareness, in my opinion. Or particularly if they've, say, got a family member but maybe not experienced it themselves. My main problem is when people haven't done research.
If it is a bad portrayal, it just adds into that thing of, feeling isolated and feeling like, oh, it's not something that I can see being portrayed a lot, so therefore is it just me?
If you like this video, you simply have to subscribe, and there'll be a new video coming up every Thursday.